Okay, I think I got the not so short list to be at least a little bit shorter. We do have some targets that I want to focus on first. Even then, I'm not going to be able to sign all of them. Shit. All right. Yeah, some people just have to go. We have to make some decisions here, especially based on age. Hudson's about to turn 26. He's not going to make it to an NHL level. It's just not going to happen. Cam Butler is a grinder. I hate to say it too. I just don't think he's going to make it at this point. We have other grinders. Left wing side. Mutter's not going to get much better than what he is now, but he is still a useful fourth liner. Daniil Gutic can go. San Luis is really, San Luis is really getting close. Andre Pavel's not going to get any better than what he is now. He's not bad, but he's not going to make it. Glover made it out of nowhere. And then Allard's about to turn 26. I think he can go too. Winnipeg needs a bunch of prospects. This is kind of the first crop of talent that just needs to go. Send them to Winnipeg. Got to do what we got to do. Not everyone's going to make it. Wheatcroft was fine. Okay, that did open up a few more spots. So back to free agents here. Right wing side. We had a couple of dudes. Jackson Weeb or Weebay. I'm not sure which one it is. Definitely want to sign that guy. And then we also had Stefan, who was in that category as well. Or Stefan, I'm not sure what he prefers, but James Stefan. Let's bring him in. Left wing side with Frasca. He was 25 already, wasn't he? So he's going to go up in age. So I'm going to say no to him pretty much immediately. At center, there were a couple of medium bottom sixes that might make it. But the only one I'm going to focus on so that we can sign more defenders is another one of those guys, early to mid-20s, who might be able to break out for us. And that is Doucette. Alexandre Doucette. He was actually a little bit older than I thought he was, but we'll still give him the chance. And then defensively, we know the first few that we need to target. I need to start going by left D and right D when I do this. It'll make it easier to find these guys. But first up, oh boy, yeah, I screwed up doing it this way. I think they were all in the medium 7th category, so I'll get this first guy and then we'll scroll back down. But the first one was Mr. Fleming. 75 overall at 24. Joe Fleming. Definitely bring him in. Sort by potential. We were going to be on medium 7th for all these guys, if I'm not mistaken. We're going off of overall here. So, next up, Scanlon. Brandon Scanlon. Let's give him a chance to be in that conversation. Just like that, we're up to 45 contracts already. The space goes so quickly. So quickly. After that, we want... We're going to go with Pooley. He's a bit older, but I want to see. And plus, he's a 76. You know, that can definitely be a decent NHLer for us. Back through these low 6s. Just make sure I didn't miss anybody. We have Seedoff at a 73. We want to give him a chance. And then Kasperitis, who was a 64 overall, one of the higher rateds. This guy. He was 21, but Nikolai Kasperitis, we'll give him a chance. There were some others. It was Blomqvist and Hillis. I think Blomqvist was the low 6. I think. Maybe not. Maybe I was thinking of somebody else. Must have been. All right, Blomqvist or Hillis. There's Blomqvist. All right, and that'll be the last one I think that we can do. Yeah. Okay, so not too bad. You know, we did get some players in the mix. Definitely didn't go after everybody that I technically could have. We have these RFAs. These are the ones that are going to have to take up a boatload of money. Some Mac. Let's indeed give you a boatload of money. Parker Ford. Actually, let's go with the lower overall guy. Well, then again, I'm never going to have somebody offer sheet, so doesn't make sense. But Cole McWard. Let's go ahead and sign you to a crap load of money. Ty Glover. Props to you, buddy. Out of nowhere, you just decided, hey, I'm an NHLer. And as a result, you're going to get a crap load of money. Arbor Jackeye. No more Costco for you. No more, no more. Actually, I should probably go the other way for money. Sign into about like 10 mil, and then we should be okay. There we go. And the last two, let's just sign them. Sapala, sure. And Parker Ford, also sure. There we go. I think. Well, we got to wait a day for Parker, apparently, because someone's always got to be difficult. Coach said no. Coach said no. Bolin said no. Packard said yes. But we did get Parker Ford. All right, so we have to set up off-season focuses, and this isn't everyone's favorite, but we did, YouTube-wise, at least last year, we would have skipped it. So, Mac, let's work on those reflexes. This is historically inaccurate. The A's don't spend money. It's the NHL spending money for us. View it that way. You know, the NHL kept the Coyotes afloat for years. They can keep us afloat. Let's do reflexes for Devin Cooley. Still had a really, really good season. And then in the system, fair. Let's do puck control. It's the lowest of the stars that you got. Work on those puck control attributes. Laura Kynan. Work on those reflexes. It was 2, and I think 2.5. So, Lidstrom, who we just signed. Reflexes. 6'4". I mean, if Henrik Lidstrom could develop, he might play really well in game 2 with the height that he has. And then Grigorenko. This guy sucks. This guy is so bad. My God. All right. Defensively, Igor Zamula. Can we have you work on here? And technically, he's not bad. It's the shooting category that's the worst. Let's have him work on his shooting a bit. Be a little bit more well-rounded. That's fine by me. Sepala. Decent enough skater. Go with that puck skills category. Try to get him some hands. Skills training for Petro. Mr. Jackeye. Let's go puck skills as well for you. Try to... I mean, you got the heavy hands. Now you got to have some finesse with them, you know? McWard. Like offensive awareness, the senses category is the lowest. Yeah, like offensive awareness for Cole McWard. Awareness and discipline for you, my man. And Valtteri Pulley. Really shouldn't be a two-way. Let's go puck skills, I guess. Nice soft Europeans. They're big, they're tall, but they don't fucking hit. All right, Valtteri. There you go. In the system, Luca Fantilli. I mean, he has no shot whatsoever. I guess we'll try to work on that. Taking a slightly different approach to what I'm having people work on now. Shea Weber boy. That's a captain right there. I can't fully commit to the Don voice right now. I'll lose my voice. Joe Fleming. Ooh. Promising player. Needs to work on a few things. Hell of a forehead, though. Let's go offensive awareness, maybe. It's the lowest category of the bunch. Pinko liberals in their... Pinko liberals in their... I can't do it right now. Don voice, that's your commentary voice. I mean, I dude, if I could just have like, it's my commentary voice, and it's just like a perfect Don Cherry minus the racism. You know. Let's see, Scanlon. Same thing, man. Let's go for that census category. Try to make you a little bit more well-rounded. Awareness for Brandon Scanlon. Which is a really fun name to say. Christopher Sadoff. You got a lot to work on, too. Minus all the isms. It's fair. Totally fair. That's one way to put it. Charles Cote. Jesus, buddy. Jesus. You are just a disaster, aren't you? You are just a disaster, but we're trying. He's huge, and you can't teach that. Thomas Hebert. Good Lord. Good Lord, good Lord, Thomas. Good Lord. Good Lord. He's in a rough spot. Matteo Fabrizi. Speaking of in a rough spot, Matteo Fabrizi. I hope it's not. It might be Fabrizi, and it needs to be Fabrizi, because, man, he stinks. Favorite Twitter day is when I see a name trending as Don Cherry should run for Prime Minister. Oh, boy. I mean, hey, if it can happen to us, it can happen to you. Topi Viori. See if you can add some physicality to your game there, Topi. Don't be no pinko liberal with your visor. Oakland, the Make-A-Wish team in the NHL. Oh, none of these guys' wishes are coming true. They're not making it. PJ Forgione. Puck skills, for the love of God. For the love of God, puck skills, buddy. Learn how to handle a puck. Please and thank you. Nikolai Kasparidis. Go with some physicality for Nikolai. Go with some physicality for old Nikolai. That's fine by me. Blomqvist. Go with the offensive awareness, I guess. That is the worst part of his game. Good Lord. Some discipline in there too, Kai, if you would. All right, that's the last one there. Right wing side, Pierrick Dubé. Aside from the fact I'm going to give you your ability back, As a playmaker, he's damn good. We don't really need him to play a physical game. You could argue the shooting category would be a little bit better, but I'm leaning towards skating. Like, Dubé is still a really good player for us. Especially if it'll stop taking away his goddamn ability. Hunter McCown. Still solid. Really well-rounded. You could argue a bit better skating. A bit better shooting. See if we can improve that skating a bit. Let's see. And Adam Klapka. Dude looks like he's about to send you to your room without dinner. He does have disappointed dad face going on, doesn't he? Klapka, let's go with the skating again, too. That works. Oh, you said Dubé over McCown. That, too. They both have disappointed dad face. Let's see. Kyle McDonald. Looks like the son getting yelled at. There's no guarantee you're going to make the lineup this year. Let's go puck skills, I guess. He's got the skating issue to work on. He's got a lot to work on. Jackson. We'll go offensive awareness. Dude, he's physical as hell, too. God damn. We are getting some fourth-line grinders into the mix. That's for sure. That is for sure. Avery Hayes. As a sniper. Has the shot power. Just doesn't have the awareness to go along with it. We don't need the physicality. We don't really need the defense. I think, again, just try to improve the shot. If we can. He's got a fucking rocket of a shot. He just can't hit the goddamn net. Let's see, Stefan. Listed as a playmaker. Let's work on those puck skills, then make you a bit better. Make you a bit better. Skills training for you. Sokolov. 21 in the 66. That's not bad. So listed as a power forward, but he's not particularly great at any one thing. Let's go skating for now. Spam that button. And then Tambolini. Listed as a sniper. I mean, it is kind of the best aspect of his game. I guess we'll work on it. Chris, what's going on, by the way? All right. Let's see. Left wing side. Merkelov, after a great last season, has developed really well as a playmaker. Let's work on that shooting category just in case we end up switching him over. Because I don't know for sure what we're going to do with old Georgi. Baines. Super well-rounded. We'll just go and improve his lowest category, which is puck skills. Baines continues to be one of our best players, our most well-rounded player for sure. Toporowski took a big step forward as a sniper. He's a great skater. Let's improve that shooting category. No reason not to. Try to make him that much better as a sniper in case he stays with that player type. Roklovsky. Listed as a two-way, which is fair. Lowest category is physicality or a shooting. Let's go for a shooting. Could make him a better skater because his acceleration's pretty mid. Let's improve that shooting. Finally get a full-time job offer, but I'm relying on part-time. Well, I'm happy to hear it. Hopefully it's something you're happy with, as opposed to like, I just got the job I could for the moment to deal with it, because been in that situation. That's never the most fun. Let's look for the more well-rounded nature. Mutter's never going to be a great skater. All right, Navrin. Essentially a professional hitman out there, because all he does is hit people. Let's see if we can get you to learn something else. Ryan St. Louis. You're never going to be this elite playmaker, man. Never going to happen. Go for like the defensive awareness, I guess. I mean, I highly doubt Ryan's going to make it, but through sheer nepotism, we're going to keep him on the roster. And then Noah Wild, listed as a playmaker. Let's go defensive awareness for Noah as well. I don't think he's guaranteed to be a playmaker. He probably will be a two-way in the future. So there you go, Noah. Then for the centers, Paca Ford. Crazy season last year as a playmaker. Skating could go up a little bit. The shooting category could go up a little bit too. He is pretty well-rounded. But, let's make him a little bit more versatile then. Add to that shot just a little bit. Make you more of a well-rounded threat there, Parker. Nolan Burke. 37 goals for Nolan Burke. The funny thing is, he is still a two-way and didn't want to switch. I'm going to go for offensive awareness over the defensive side. See if we can make him even more offensive. So, awareness for Nolan Burke. Ty Glover. 5-star physical categories. Beautiful. Skating's not that bad either. Let's see, Ty. Let's go for some offensive awareness. It's his lowest category. Try to just give him a more well-rounded game. Max Sasson can't decide what the hell he wants his overall to be. Lowest category is a bunch of 3 stars. Let's go skating. I'd say that's the most important of all the ones that were 3 stars. Chase Wheatcroft. If you're going to be a power forward, you need to be able to shoot the puck better than that. So, he needs to improve his skating too, but let's go for that shooting category. There you go, Mr. Wheatcroft, and I spammed the button one too many times. Ivan. Listed as a 2-way. Could add some physicality to his game. Let's try. Let's try Ivan. Some physicality going. Logan Morrison. As a playmaker, we're not going to worry about too much. And maybe we can make the shooting category a little bit better. The passing's not that bad. The rest of the skills could have used a bit of work. Yeah, let's go skill training for that reason. And in the system, final 4 here. Alex Doucette. It's listed as a 2-way. So let's improve that defensive awareness, Alex. I'm excited to see what this team ends up looking like for this next season. You know, free agency was decent for us with the amount of low to mid 70s we brought in. These guys are still getting better. Kressler, good skater. Let's improve that offensive awareness. Or skill training. Well, that's fine. He needed both of them, so it's not the worst misclick. Saaralainen. Puck skills. Could go physicality, but go with skill training. And then our final player here to wrap up the offseason. Per Skroder. I mean, sniper with the accuracy. It's not the worst thing to try to build up. I mean, he needs a lot of help. But yeah, if we can just keep investing in that shooting category, who knows? Maybe he does turn into a really, really good sniper. But all right, let's see. We are off to the start of next season. We'll see what the offseason development was for these guys. We'll have the preseason bump as well. Obviously, we'll have to set up goals for the year too, but that shouldn't be all that difficult. Should not be. All right, let's see here. So what do we got? What are we looking like? Roster moves. That's looking pretty good. First and foremost, goalies, it's still Mac and Cooley. 68 overall now for Fair. Not bad. Obviously, like, we could just every year be like, goalie, but not there yet. Defensively is Mula, Jackeye, Sapala, Cooley, McWard, Scanlon. You got Fleming and Fantilli. They're kind of in the mix here. Okay. Right wing side, Dubé, McCown, Klapka. A couple of 76s. Left wing side. Send down Klapka for the moment. He might make the team. I want to bump up those two 75s. Send down Mutter for the moment, too. Let's see. Offski at a 78 is pretty good. What do we got for the centers? A lot of guys in the mix at center, too. A lot of guys in the mix at center. Do set at a 75. We might just have to go off of outright rating. There's a couple of 77s in there, too. So we want to value the defense more, the extra forwards. I mean, Klapka kind of is what he is. Mutter is what he is. Morrison and Ivan both have. I think those are the guys that will have benefit from that extra training. So goals for the year should also be relatively quick to set up. Because goalies, it's just literally finish with like a 9-10 save percentage. That's the goal for both of them. And then that whole stay on the NHL roster thing, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be worth it because it ends right at the end of the preseason. And again, it still doesn't tell us what some of these boosts are. That needs to change. So, defense. Zamula, outside of telling you to block shots, I really can't do much. I mean, he does have 85 passing. He was actually pretty good for his point-wise last year. X Factor, 40 assists. 40 assists, it might be possible. I think we should try. Jackeye, it's literally just block shots. That's all it is. Just get out there, cause some havoc, block some shots. I don't think 30 assists is going to happen, you know? But if you can get out there and block shots, that won't be too bad. Petro Sapala, he's not going to be able to put up the points. Best thing we can do is have you try to block shots. That is going to be a common one until we get the ability to tell these guys to try to develop ice pack or truculence, stuff like that. Sapala, by the way, are you willing to try and become a defenseman because it would fit your style better? He is not willing to try. Okay. Fair enough. Zamula was a two-way. That was fine. McWard. Block shots. It's all I can really have you do. See if you're willing to become a two-way. You are not. So for all my defensemen, get out there, fucking block some shots. Full torts with these defensemen. Valtteri Puuli, you're definitely not going to put up points. Definitely not. Are you willing to become a defensive defenseman? No. Okay, get out there, block some fucking shots. Please and thank you. Luca Fantilli is a defensive defenseman, which is fair. Well, Luca, you know what the goal is going to be, because I can't trust you to put up points. Get out there and block some shots. I believe in you. All right, and then the 75s, who might make the team, in fairness. Joe Fleming as a two-way is fine. Joe, I don't know if you're going to make the NHL roster, but in case you do, I'm going to need you to block some shots. Please and thank you. Oh, man. And then Brandon Scanlon. Now, Brandon, I also cannot guarantee that you're going to make the team, right? Can't guarantee it. I'm glad you're willing to try to become a two-way, which is nice. You're not going to believe this either. But your goal for the year is to block shots. Please and thank you. All right, and then in the AHL, only got to worry about player types here really quickly. Seedorf as a defense, I mean, there's a chance he could be a two-way. There's a chance. Like, he's not so much better defensively. He's not willing to try. All right, Chris. Fabrizi. Defensive. Dude, he has 59 offensive awareness. Yeah, you might as well be a defensive defenseman. Yeah, Mateo is just never going to make it, to be honest. He should be a goddamn enforcer defenseman because all he does is hit. Heba. You know what? These guys are so bad, I'm not even going to worry about them for now. Right wing side, Pierre Dubé. I still have to add your ability back. But since we know that you are going to have third eye, right? We know you're going to have third eye. 91 passing now. Let's go give him his ability back now, because I think I'm going to set his goal to be the one that might be able to get him gold. So over to edit player. Pierre Dubé. The game keeps taking it away at an unfair time. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. So, Mr. Dubé, you are going to get your third eye back. You are enlightened once more. And then Nolan Burke. You're getting Schneip back after 37 goals last year. He immediately took it away, just like he did with Dubé. And I do not appreciate it, because I am here for the idea of Nolan Burke being a goal scorer. Absolutely here for it. Don't think I'll set a goal for him to try and get gold Schneip, but, you know, never say never. So back over to that right side. Pierre Dubé. Your goal for the year. What is that X Factor goal? 60 assists? Let's try it. If he gets gold third eye, he would be unreal. Hunter McCown. I think, again, if we could look for like 20 assists. I don't think the two-way is still a good player type for him. I don't think he'll be able to get any of the X Factor ones, but stat-wise, 20 goals, 20 assists. Yeah, let's try 20 assists again. It's not impossible. And then in the system, Klapka. Again, I don't think Klapka was going to make the roster this year. There certainly wouldn't be a point target I think we could give him. I'm hoping he'll be willing to turn to a grinder because, like, clearly that is what you should be. No, he's still not willing to listen. He's like, what do you mean? I have so much offensive potential. You sure do, champ. You sure do. Avery Hayes still looking to train up as a sniper, which is fine. I mean, his shot power is fucking unreal. Kyle McDonald as a power forward. You're just not going to have the offensive output, man. You're not going to have it. You're also not going to make the roster this year. Are you willing to be a grinder? That will help you make the roster more in the future. Not willing to listen. Shit. All right. Jackson is already a grinder, which is totally fair. No notes for Jackson. James Stefan. Playmaker. Sure. If I can try sniper because he has good shot power, it's worth a go. All right, he's willing to try. There you go, James. Talk to you in 2 months. Not bad. Sokolov. He's trying to train up as a power forward. That's never going to happen. If he is willing to be a two-way, though, he would have a shot. So Oleg. Two-way. No. Long shot, but worth a shot. And then Tambolini. Sniper's fine, because that's really the best element of his game. Okay, left wing side, Merkelov. What the hell are we going to do for you? Listed as a playmaker, which is understandable. Sniper is arguable. Two-way is arguable. He did score 28 goals last year. If we can change him to a sniper, I'd be pretty happy with that. Let's see. Georgie, are you willing to become a sniper? No, you're not. Still wants to be a playmaker, which really kind of sucks. The X factor is 30 goals, isn't it? Let's try. He almost got it last year. We'll see if we can get a second player with Schneip. Baines. What the hell was your point total last year? For some reason, I do not recall. 35 assists. We set up Baines, even though he only has 81 passing. Ooh. So he might not be able to pull off the X Factor goal, but if we just do the stat challenge of 30 assists, he'll get a boost to his passing. And I think that'll benefit him quite a bit. Toporowski. Sniper's still the way to go. Now it's just how good of a sniper can you be? Honestly, he is super well-rounded. You could argue two-way. You could argue power forward even though he's a bit undersized. You really could argue power forward. I might try. I don't know if he has the physicality for sure that it'll give it to him, but he's not even willing to discuss it. Okay. Luke, your goal. 30 goals for Silver Schneip. Pretty straightforward. And Raklovsky, still listed as a two-way, which, yeah. Someone's got to be a two-way. He's pretty well-rounded, but he's not good enough at any one particular thing. 84 passing, though. He might be able to get some assists. 20 assists. Get a slight passing boost. 73 endurance. Yeah. Navrin. No notes for you because you're not going to be on the roster. He just hits a lot. San Luis still wants to be a playmaker. That's just not going to happen. If you're willing to change to a two-way, you might have a chance. He is not willing. Goddamn coach's kid. And then Wild was looking to be a playmaker. Yeah, we can leave him. That's fine. So then our centers. Parker Ford. Playmaker's fine by me. We will set him up to try and get those assists. X Factor Challenge. 40 assists on third eye. We'll see if Parker can get that done. Burke. We got to switch him to a sniper. He's a good two-way, but I'd love for him to be a left-wing sniper, and the goal is going to be for him to score more goals. Not willing to change to a sniper again. Position left wing, just in case I decide to move you off of center. He is willing to try that. The question is, what is that X Factor goal for Gold Schneip? 50. I don't think he's hitting 50. 3 hat tricks, 40 assists. Let's go for the stack goal that will improve his shooting. 20 goals. That's easy. He should get that in his sleep. He should get that in his sleep. Ty Glover. Grinder. No notes. He has 81 passing. He might be able to get some assists. He might. Let's try. Let's try. Ooh, it wants 30 assists for the boost. Hey, you never know. He might get it. What's the harm? I don't think he will. I don't know what line he's playing on yet, but Mr. Sasson, two ways good. He might also be able to get some assists. We could also do a face-off challenge for him. How many assists? 40? Or quick draw for 750. Let's go third eye. Why not? Let's go third eye. The more players we can get with X Factors, the better. Chase Wheatcroft. He's definitely not going to be a power forward. Two-way, though. Because the shooting accuracy isn't good enough. Two-way, he could be awesome, though. Two-way left wing with a passing goal. Let's see, play style. Not willing to listen. Can we add left wing? Not willing to listen. Well, he is going to have a passing goal. It'll be a stat challenge. 30 assists. It's also a bit of a long shot, but worth the shot. Ivan, looking like he's going to make the team this year. Listed as a two-way, which is good. We'll give him a passing challenge as well, just because you never know. There's no negative to them failing it, so... 20 assists, Ivan. You should be able to do that. And then Logan Morrison. Playmaker. Not bad. You could argue sniper. You could argue two-way. Playmaker's not bad, though. How did he do stat-wise last year? In Oakland. He's definitely more of a playmaker still. Okay. So let's see if we can add right wing, but then give him a passing goal as well. Has max adaptability. And is willing to listen to try to add right wing, which is good. And your goal for the season, I don't think he'll be able to hit one of the X Factors, but 30 assists for a passing boost would be pretty good. And the final few dudes in the AHL do sets. Listed as a two-way. Maybe even a power forward, like an undersized power forward. I'll see if he's willing to change. And fat fingered the button. God damn it. New topic. Oh, nice play. Are you willing to try and be a power forward? Nope. Okay. Well, there you go, Doucette. enjoy the AHL. Kressler. Listed as a playmaker. Yeah. Is he willing to add right wing? I think we tried with him last year and it didn't work. Right wing. Okay, we'll see if Kressler is willing to do that. I'll help out with chemistry. Saarelainen. Honestly, if we can change him to a sniper, he has really good shot power. Let's see. Sniper and left wing. Not willing to add left wing. That doesn't surprise me. Is he willing to add sniper? Nope. Okay. Frustrating, stubborn Finns, I tell ya. Schroeder listed as a sniper. Sure. All right. I tried with you last year as well. Are you willing to add left wing? No, he is not. Okay. Well, let's get the preseason boosts out of the way. Ooh, coaching staff, actually, before we do that. Never mind. It's not going to matter. We have so many A- coaches. Once the preseason boosts go through, we will set up the lines as we see fit and then find the coach that has the best scheme fit to try and make the team that much better. So that'll be our goal there. All right, let's see. I'm intrigued. We've been making these big steps forward over the last couple of years. And there we go. All right. Back over to roster moves. Oh, baby. Holy hell. So Guzda and Cooley, 78-76. Defensively, Zamula, 86. Jackeye, an 84. Pooley up to a 79. Holy. Whew. All right. Now we're cooking. I think we'll send down Fleming and Scanlon. At least Scanlon's going down. Honestly, that can be the 7 right there. That's not bad. Right wing side, Dubé up to an 86. McCown behind him. Baines 85, Merkeloff 84, Toporowski 83, Michailkovsky, a depth forward at an 80. Ford an 85, Burke an 82, Glover and Sasson 81s, Wheatcroft an 80, Morrison and Ivan both still looking pretty good. God damn. I mean, this team looks pretty damn good. We're taking a bunch of guys that nobody else really wanted. Wow, Ty Glover ends up being scratched out of the gates, huh? I don't think I can agree with that. It might have to be Ivan as the lowest rated player on the team. Do we have enough people that actually play right wing? Parker Ford will move over. We actually don't have enough people to play right wing. Interesting. You know what? I mean, we can... Not that we have to do it this way. Real second line players. I know, right? Hopefully Ivan clears waivers and we can call up Klapka. Hey, there we go. All right, so Ivan will be down in the AHL. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, he should thrive there and boost up Doucette and Hayes in the process. It does raise the question of who gets scratched, and it might be Logan Morrison. Might be Logan. Get Chase Wheatcroft back in. Parker Ford on the right. So that way we have Klapka fourth line, then McCown, then Parker Ford and Pierre Dubé. Glover is the one that could move over from Merkelhoff if need be. Merkelhoff only has 65 on the faceoffs, though. So then Glover, dude, this fourth line is just going to be destroying people. Jakub Rychlovsky, or however the fuck. Rychlovsky. Glover and Klapka. Toporowski, Sasson, McCown. Actually, in fairness, Wheatcroft. I mean, Wheatcroft's at least listed as a power forward. I mean, Merkelhoff and Ford should work really well together. We know that top line works really well together. Only guy I'm concerned about... Actually, you know what? I think we got to go Toporowski, Merkelhoff. I think we got to do it. And that way, the fourth line, Glover, Wheatcroft, and Klapka, just hitting the hell out of everyone. Rychlovsky, Sasson, and McCown. I actually really like this team. This team's got some grit. This team's got some skill. It's got some grit. I can't believe we have no right-handed shots except Cole McWard. But this really isn't that bad. Brusky and Merck could take shots away from each other. That's true, but I'm not sure Merkelhoff's actually going to be a proper playmaker. Because the problem is, like, with Toporowski, Merkelhoff, I don't know if Sasson's a good enough playmaker. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Maybe Sasson is a good enough playmaker. But then again, that means probably Wheatcroft in the top six, which isn't the worst idea in the world. But that way, Merkelhoff and Ford work together, Toporowski, Sasson work together. And it gives us some physicality a bit higher up in the lineup. Chemistry-wise, it looks all right, too. Let's see, who has the best shots? That's an oxymoron with this team. Yeah, Zamula, Sapala, Jack-Eye, and Valtteri Puuli, Fantilli, McWard still works, and then Guzda Cooley. Got a couple of good, healthy scratches, too. AHL. Still competent. The defense is the best it's ever looked with Scanlon and Seedorf down there. We almost have a 70 overall AHL goalie. Who knows what might happen this year? This isn't quite the way I was planning on going about this. But obviously we would be in misery right now if we only relied on like dudes that were generated and not some of these pre-existing players. Let's see, 67 for McIntosh. 57 for Nevins. Gilbert, 63. McIntosh might still be the guy. Lockhart, 61. Arnold getting the Packard, 53. And Higgins. All right, McIntosh is still the guy. And then who's the best AHL head coach? Lockhart of 57. Gilbert, 59. Nevins, 59. Packard, 56. Higgins, can you break into the 60s? No, you can't. I'll give it to old Nevins. Why not? All right, let's bump you up. Send you down. And bump you up. Ooh, Nevins does have really good teaching, though. That'll be good for the AHL, though. That'll be good for the AHL. So, coaching staff looking good. The rosters are looking pretty good. We got all our goals set up for the year. +3, +1, +2, +1's pretty good. Now the AHL, at least no negatives. I wonder if we go best lines again, if the coach will change anything. Not necessarily. I actually really like how this challenge is coming together and how this is working out for us right now. Because, again, we're not going for, like, Carter Verhaeghe. Not that we could. Well, yeah, Carter Verhaeghe. No, Carter Verhaeghe wasn't even undrafted. What the hell am I trying to think of that was undrafted that, made it all the way up and stuff like that? But essentially, we're taking guys like Arshdeep Bains and Chase Wheatcroft that wouldn't have gotten chances to be in good roles in the NHL, and all of a sudden, hey, who can we develop? And case in point, you can make a really strong push to develop quite a few people.